coach and much, much more, talking about all the different things. And one thing we're talking off air about is, again, when we create things, we create what we're where we are right now. And that is the craziest thing. Especially, but then when you start to become a great creator, you talk about the world crashing down sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think most people that are listening to us, they are not beginners anymore. They are really trying to use the law of attraction. They understand that we attract what we are. We don't attract what we want. We don't attract what we need, but we attract what we are. We spoke about the law of vibration, and we spoke about quantum leaps and quantum jumping, and we spoke about shifting from one reality to the other. So now we have like a whole bunch of stuff that we are working with, and now the whole world is crumbling down in front of your eyes because you're doing all this stuff and you see it all falling down. And how do you know? Like, you get fired, your car breaks down, your flight doesn't leave, and you miss the wedding of your best friend. I'm just making it up, but you see all these things happening. I'm like, what the hell? How can that be? That is not what I am creating. So why is that happening?
So you're not creating this flat out. We're more experienced. We're not creating this, but something like that happens. What is the reason?
So the reason for that is, and this is like very short, the short answer, which there's so much more to it. And I know already when I say things that are so simple that people are coming back to me and say, well, it's a little bit more difficult than that. And of course it is. But the simple answer is that the old version of you that planned all those things is not there anymore. The old version has to first crumble. The old version has to disappear in order for you to step up in the new version of you. And that new version of you is going to create a whole different reality because that is what you want. For example, if you want to be if you want to be an online entrepreneur and you don't want to do the 9 to 5 grind anymore, then the job that you're in has to go. You cannot be in the job and also be free of the job. You cannot have it both ways. You cannot be one and the other. You need to. So when you really keep doing, I want to get out of the job, I want to get out of the job, guess what? The
Look at
job is going to disappear. If you are not going to go out of the job will kick you out.
And if you,
Okay.
especially if you're spending your time in your workshop or writing things down and saying, this is the life and the reality I'm living now.
Yes.
If people are not those people that you want in that reality, even if you've not said it, it will happen.
It will just happen. It's the same thing. You are thinking about getting out of your relationship and you're really unhappy and you're thinking about a better relationship and you want to have like something totally different. Two things can happen. Or the partner that you're with is going to upgrade, or the partner that you're with, if they don't want to do the work, they will disappear out of your life. It is very simple. So you will just it's going to happen. And again, this is such a good sign. It is so amazing. And a lot of us, that's why I want to bring it up. It's something to celebrate. When the whole world crumbles down, go celebrate because it means you're doing it right. And that is very hard to take from most people because they say, oh my God, I don't want it to go to whatever. I don't want it to break down. Yes, you did want it to break down, and now it is
Because
happening,
so
and
this could be
you
little
have
things
the
too.
results.
This could be little things too, things that are happening in your life that you want out of your life, yet they keep coming back. Then you have to say to yourself, that's the old version of me. What
Yeah,
am I doing to still create this?
yeah, it's what
Am I still creating it? Because sometimes we do just create it. Or is this the old version of me that's trickling down and I'm in good shape? So let's celebrate. You want to
Exactly.
take the example, let's just celebrate. Because if you take the example that you're still creating the same thing over and over and over again, it's insanity. And you are not really, you're not really doing the work.
No, it's not only that. If that's what you focus on, then that's what's going to happen. It's going to stay there over and over and over again. And that's the opposite of what you want. So by you celebrating the things that are getting out of your life, instead of like, oh my God, I want to hold on to that, guess what? It will come back. It will come back. And
Okay.
so maybe the next day they say to you, you get fired. And the next day they say, you know what? We thought about it. Why don't you just stay another couple of months and see how it goes? And trust me, I know how that works because I experienced that. When I give those examples, they are definitely part of my life and I saw it all happening. And then you have to ask yourself, oh my God, why am I holding on to my limitations? So holding on to your limitations is the opposite of what you want. And so you want to celebrate, you want to be in a high vibration. So then once it's all crumbled down, now it's out of the way. Now the new thing can come in. And this is where this is the difficult time because now it all crumbled down, but the new thing is not there yet.
Okay.
Now you have to have faith.
That's absolutely true.
New thing is going to come in. And it can take a day, it can take a week, it can take a month, but you have to keep your consciousness high because you know you have to have faith. Because the same way that it crumbled, the thing that you want is going to come in. And you have to be open to receive it. You have to be open to get what you want. And that's where most people lose it.
Okay.
They're like, oh my God, it's not there yet. How am I going to survive? It can be anything. It can be a relationship that ends. It can be a job that ends. It can be anything. Like, you know, something that you wanted, you will have to get out of it. You need to destroy the previous version before the new thing can come in.
Excellent. That's such great information and advice in that area. So some steps. What steps should we take? Action items from coach.
Action items is stay aware of the positive thoughts that you want to have because we as human beings, whenever our world is crumbling, our mind is going to try to protect us against that and it's going to say, come on, are you out of your mind? If you get fired, go for the next job. Your mind is going to try to, it's just an example, it's going to try to make you send out your resume, but you wanted to start your own business. So why would you want to go back into the 9 to 5? But your mind is going to tell you to do that. So you have to stay aware and stay focused on what it is that you want and not getting sidetracked. And I can assure you that's a full-time job. That is a full-time job to get yourself every time you are aware, oh my God, I'm going out and I'm looking on LinkedIn for the job for jobs. No, you can't do that. You cannot put your focus on that what you don't want.
That's why it's so important. Your hunches or intuition is such an important thing because ultimately, if you feel good more about this, let me give you an example. Someone could be saying, go after this most high paying client. Yeah, it gives you all the hassle, stresses you out. When you could get 10 other ones that you're happy with, you love working with them, they're fantastic, and it's paying the same amount. However, you see it feels better. It's better for you. It's just really the hunch, how you feel inside, the vibrations is the direction we need to go.
I also think that this is like something in the world that we live in with social media and everything is in our face. We are tempted to jump from one thing to the other and not staying focused on what it is that we want. Like if you go to a crumbling period of time, my recommendation is to surrender, allow it to happen, look at it with joy, and just like be happy that you're in that state of transition and try to get yourself not to look at anything outside of yourself. Like just go with the flow. Let it unfold. Get out of your own way. Don't try to do stuff. This is a time to sit back and just stay focused on what it is that you were writing out all the time. stay focused on the goal. And this goal can be different for everybody. For you, it can be 10 customers for a certain amount instead of one. But again, don't listen to anybody. Like when you give an example like that, that's maybe not your case.
It'll end up taking the same amount of time. So
Yeah.
the example is you have 10 great clients you love working with versus one client that pays you all that of 10 clients, but yet you're spending the same amount of time.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. For one
It's
person, it will be that one person, that
it
one
would take
client,
more time. Yeah, it's more
and for the other
it's
person,
more
it's gonna be
packages. Like, well, I'm just giving you an example.
yeah,
This is
for
not the time
everything.
of me on live to be talking like this on live, but I don't care. My audience finds out the raw of Neil Haley. All right. Best place people can go on YouTube is to Rika Rivka Markel.
Correct.
Go hire you as a coach, move forward, and we'll talk soon.
Okay, bye everyone.
You're listening.